Admiral, as the chart from the Government Accountability Office, GAO, shows, the increasing age of the Coast Guard assets has reduced the Coast Guard's ability to carry out its missions, driving up costs as maintenance becomes more expensive, while driving down operational hours as assets are laid up or undergoing repair. This is a bad combination. How will the investments contained in the reconciliation bill reverse this trend and position the Coast Guard for success?
Well, Mr. Chairman, as I look at this graph, the first thing that it jumps out at me is that it's a great reflection of the seriousness of the downward readiness spiral and the readiness crisis the Coast Guard faces itself in. I mean, to me, this graph tells me that we're spending more money to keep older assets operating, but their availability keeps dropping. And that situation continues to get worse. But if you take this graph and we go down to the waterfront and we see a Coast Guard cutter returning from a patrol, that crew will tear much of that cutter apart, pulling apart critical supplies and parts in order to make the next cutter ready to get underway. We're eating our own readiness, and we can't sustain that. So our crews are living this in reality every day. So sure, the opportunity that the investment of reconciliation provides will go a long way to stopping the downward spiral, but it will just be the beginning. It will need to be matched with a sustained higher growth in annual budget top line in the annual appropriation, both PC&I and our operations and sustainment accounts. Now, the FY26 President's budget begins a strong start in that right direction. It gives us an increase of over $1 billion in both PC&I and ONS total over the FY25 expenditure. And so that's $344 million in PC&I and over, I think it's almost $644 million in ONS.